Hey everybody, Steven here playing Subnautica Below Zero, and they updated a bunch of stuff today, so I did want to shoot a video and kind of just explore that a little bit. This is one of those, there's going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to know and see some of the stuff that's going to be in game, that's potentially a spoiler for the story, you're not going to want to watch this video. If you're just wanting to see some stuff, then continue with this. The big thing here too is just what I'm looking at. I mean, they've completely like just came in and just changed everything on the lily pad area here. They've reworked a ton of stuff and it looks awesome. Now this is without water volume, so what you're seeing is the clear picture. It won't look like this once you add back in that water, which I can do right now. This is going to be closer to what it's going to look like. A lot cooler looking, obviously, with the water effect here, but I'm going to pull that back off. Just to look at, like, they've added a ton more lilies, which I knew they were going to do that, but now that it's actually, you can see all of them here, it just makes the area look a lot better, and you're starting to see everything take shape and really look like that, what we've kind of come to really appreciate out of the first game, which is just the environment here. Like it really does look like a Subnautica game. Not that it didn't before, but it was just a lack of kind of the what is that, the flora with everything. So but they've come in and it's not plain anymore. You're actually seeing that structure with everything going through here. They actually made this way taller. It used to be at this bottom mark right here. Now that's all the way up there. So that has gotten bigger. The base is still up here. As you can see here. It, for the most part, looks the same. I don't think they tweaked anything with that. But this is just taller itself. And then, like I said, more lily pads here. They've also kind of change the structure over here. We'll get to that in a second. One of the other big ones is like this thing keeps getting bigger and bigger. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it only pops in at certain angles and then it'll disappear on me. But we have that's been there. It just seems like it's getting bigger, and I don't know how they're gonna finish off like kind of the end cap to the world there, but they keep changing and pushing this back, so getting bigger and bigger. Through here, same thing. You can really see that they, and this is a crashed, what is it, crash ship site number 2. If you look on the biome when you're doing F1. So with this, like I said, just cleaned it up, more textures. I mean, just looks really, really good. Let's go back to day here. So we have that with the lily pad biome here. We can go through the tunnels now and start to go down, and this is where they've added, they completely changed this. There was just like an empty room that looked weird, like it looked like they were going to put something there. Then they actually just completely changed the shape of the whole area, and now we have this other base here, and this is up on a platform. It looks really, really cool, but this is where I was saying kind of a spoiler moment, because that looks pretty awesome. So we have a Reaper Leviathan head skeleton there. That looks really cool. But that is in this little building here. I'm not gonna, and you also have the orange tablet, so that's another thing that you'll, and I'm sure they'll tweak this stuff too. There's really just nothing in here now. But I'm probably gonna, I don't know if it'll do right now. Is it? Let me get a screenshot of that. And I'll probably have that as the thumbnail art, so it's kind of a giving a spoiler with that. There you go. Alright. So this is in here. And actually, let me bring that water volume back in here. That looks cool. And it's only going to get better from here. That's pretty awesome. Turn F3 off. So let's bring off that water volume again. We're gonna go down a little bit lower now. So clearing out some of this stuff, just giving it more shape really. You get the twists and the turns and all of that. Pulling out and changing some of this stuff. In this little nook that they've had, same thing. It's starting to take shape and kind of seems like they're trying to figure out how they're actually going to structure whatever's going to go on in here and kind of get that final shape for it. Little tweaks too through this stuff. They've just cleaned it up a little bit. What do I have down here, which some of these I don't know if it's just like scraps for now or it's like, alright, we're going to be heading that direction. Here's just a starting point. Coming all the way over here now also, they actually tweaked all of this, which they've been in the process, it's just kind of further along now. So we have multiple entry points now. I think they're going to clean this up too, because right now it's just flat. So, but multiple entry points, which they've had for a while, but now as we go down it just gets crazier with the different directions you can go in order to get all the way down. And then this a little bit more cleaned up, but it's still, I mean, for the most part the same right here. But like I said, a little bit more twisty and turny. And I can't remember, I think with this too, with that orange tablet being over there, I don't see the, like here's another whole way to get down there that wasn't quite like this at all. But there was also a building in here that I can't seem to find now. The other thing is, I'm going to pull out this, looks like it's a hidden something, like something cool is going to be in here. Alright, all those little tight spaces that they put in there usually mean something cool is going to be in there. Something you need, precursor technology, or we're talking like Frozen Leviathan, something like that, right? So they've tweaked that, but with taking out the building, because I just can't find it now, I think really what they did is they took the building that was in here, and it's either going to come back at some point, and they're just trying to figure out where they're going to place it, or it was the one I just showed you guys over here, because in that one that was over here, it was, it had the orange tablet, so. And we have little things like here still need to be, obviously that's going to change. But before I do go back over there, let's see. This is usually really, really dark. Yeah, like pitch black. So we'll pop out of here. So with the orange tablet now being in this, I think really what they did is they just shifted it over. But like I said, I don't know if that's just the orange tablet or if they're going to add that back in, and right now it's just out so they can mess with stuff more. Coming over here to the mining site, really much hasn't changed. Did a video covering that. I mean, they added that this week. Looking at this room, don't know what else is going to be in here. Well, we shall see with that, and I know they'll finish this out. I think this is just going to be a bunch of mining material based off the look of it. So, but that's all I've actually been able to find over here. Beyond that, though, another huge thing is right now that mountain is gone. They've taken it away, and they have tweaked this a ton. Used to be a different type of platform. I mean, now it has the texture on it, but it's still obviously not the final product. This is changed, kind of the mounty area right here is tweaked just a little bit. This isn't as tall, but now if we go up here, this looks like a control thing. Like you're going to be here pushing a button doing something, which is a cool view though also. we go. So that is pretty cool. So yeah, that's our entry point from down here. I haven't actually looked in here to see if they've changed anything inside this. Nope. So going in, we go up. Ooh, yeah, we just go up, come out. Yeah, they changed that a ton. Go down. So that does not look the same at all. But like I said, the big thing with that though is that the mount here is completely gone. Obviously, I'm assuming they're going to be adding that back. I would think, or it just might be sitting there, but or they'll build around it. I don't know. I think they're going to add that mountain back. That looks a little different, a little without that there. They've added more of the finalized rock, it seems like, over here. I don't think it's completely done. I think they're going to clean that up a little bit, but it's not like the blocky stuff that you see here. What else do we got? I still think they're going to add something over on this section, by the way. Let's see if, over in this corner if they still have that. No. So we'll see on that. I don't think they're going to leave it as dead space. There we go. Just seems like a random spot to do that. So, which is why I think it's just too open right here. I think they're going to do something. And it may just end up being like more rocky cliffs, but I think they'll do something. This has also been like this for a good while, so I think they're going to put a structure there. We'll see. I think that is it so far. I've only been messing with this. I mean, this really just updated today. They did 2 big ones this past day. They did like 2 updates over 250 megabytes. So looking at half a gig in the last. Let's see if that's tweaked any. Looks a little. I can't tell. It looks about the same. Might be a little tighter. But yeah, just in the last day they've done a half a gig. And I talked about this in my other video as well, which is like they've come in here and they've cleaned this up, and now we have the ice worm arena over here. But I think it'll be a battle in stages where you'll go there and you'll have to move to the next spot, right? And then we'll end up over here. Got some weird tweaks over here. Don't know if that means they're gonna put something on this part as well. We shall see. But that is coming along. Next update is in July, so they don't have a specific date on the Fabro site, but it's at some point in July. They've been tweaking the structure of this too, which makes me think that they're going to, this will lead somewhere else, just the way they're currently doing all of that. You come to the other side, we go back to this blockiness. When they start carving stuff out like that, you go on this back end, it's just emptiness. Makes me think that they're gonna add more in that direction, or it's kind of setting their boundary and then they'll try and clear that out later. But time will tell on that one. Let's see, do they clean that up? I knew they added in kind of like the little nooks and stuff right there. Everything just looks a little bit more refined, but I start looking at this game so often, I can't keep track of all the little changes that they're making. But that is it. I mean, that's really what I've just noticed playing it just now. Adding this, like going all the way up too, though. Like that's what I mean by like they add like these bigger areas like this. They clear out stuff, and then they add a lot more that wasn't there before. Like this, it was there, but it wasn't as tall, if I remember correctly. Or it didn't go out as far. My memory could be failing me on that too, but carving out this too, so it looks a little bit better. That's what I'll be excited to see too, when you actually see some plants and stuff out here and it's not just empty dead space. But that is it for this video. So this is just what they've added in the last 2 days. I mean, it's crazy. And if you haven't opted in the experimental build, I definitely recommend that you do that, just so you can kind of see this stuff for yourself and then look up the console commands and you can be messing around here and looking at all this cool stuff also. And then playing around. probably, and I've mentioned this before, probably start the story up again from scratch next month. It's kind of gotten to that point now where I won't play for an hour and hit a wall with it. And then it's hard to come back and start up again when it does stuff like that. So kind of smooth that out too, so it doesn't just abruptly end right there. That's awesome. But that is it, guys. So if you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.